Hello everyone, today we will make some magical arrows effect. So I will open my Photoshop to create my first texture for this effect. Just black your background and I will create some random patterns like and if I use radial blur, spin, repeat the last filter with Alt Control and F. So Alt Control and F, new layer, new layer, new layer, new layer and new layer. New layer, new layer, and one more new layer. Okay, so this is some nice pattern and I'll just merge all my layers and I'll go to my texture folder, show in Explorer, copy a link and save as the logo 01, save, and in Unreal imported texture the logo one. This is my texture. I'll make some material for this. M logo 01 and just drag your texture into material. I'll use transient unlit, two-sided. I'll just take particle color, emissive, and I'll multiply my opacity with this texture and connect to opacity. Now I have this texture. Save this and just create new particle. P arrow FX. I'll use this material and I'll delete my velocity, increase my size, I'll lock axis and increase my size something like 300 and I'll spawn only one, that will be burst. I don't want spawning continuously, and emitter loops 1, life maybe 5, and if I'll check my particle in viewport, it will look something like this, but this is billboard, so it is camera facing. I want First of all, I will give some color to my logo, maybe some more burning, and I will lock my axis orientation, lock axis and X. Now it's locked with X axis. If I'll just play and see, it's locked. So now I want scale over life. At 0 it's 0, and at 0.2 I think, or 0.1, 0.05, and I'll just lock all axes, select your curves, auto, and I'll just edit my curve to make it more impactful. And I won't change my texture, I think. I want some rotation in these circles, random rotation. So I have to break down this texture. I will take another 1K texture, and then I will just break this texture, or I'll just do undo, and now I have forward these layers separately. So I will just merge some layers. This one, I will just disable all my layers now one by one. This has only this is. I will disconnect this. Now this one, this one. Okay, so these three I want in single layer. So I will merge these three and merge this with copy, and I will paste in my red channel. Then I will fill black color, then I'll check what layer I want in my next channel. These three, I think these four, merge with background, copy, and I will paste in green. Then this one, this one, this one, this one. I will merge these layers, copy, and I'll paste in blue. Then I will merge this layer, copy, and in alpha. So I have 4 different layers in my this texture. Now save this texture. Where is my T logo? T _logo 01. Replace. Oops. Save it again. I want to save it in 32-bit because I have alpha. save, and go to textures, re-import this texture. Now I have it's not visible much because I need to increase the value of texture in my material. So I will take a rotator and just duplicate it and duplicate just 2 times. I think this will be positive rotation, this will be negative rotation, 0.25, and I will take add R and G, then take again add, no, actually this is not the correct way. This is, I have this texture, press U, I will take one multiply here and with 10, I think. Now it's more visible. 0.25. I will take my red channel, save this, and minus 0.25 green, and one more add, connect with this, save. Now these layers rotating differently, but there is some problem on edge is showing texture, so I will just make a mask. Just take a circle, exactly round circle, and just transform it, and I'll fill it with white and save it. T mask circle, 24-bit, import new material, and I'll take lerp and mask this lerp with my mask and connect to opacity. Now there is no circles on edge and they are rotating, so I will increase some rotation. They are rotating differently and it's looking nice. So I have this texture rotating. I want some logo, shockwave with it. I'll just duplicate this one. I have already shockwave texture, this one, and I'm using it in materials. I will use already created material that is called plasma. Hey something, this is my texture. I distorted it with my noise. I guess you know how to distort texture with noise or other texture. Just multiply noise channel, noise any of channel with the UVs of your original texture, and it will distort. I have created some dynamic parameter to control this distortion in my particles. How I will use this parameter? Just browse it, and I will shockwave, use this texture here, and parameter dynamic refresh, there is distort, erode. So I will key my distortion, and at starting I want distortion like 1 and I don't want distortion. Life I will decrease to 0.5 and maybe little distortion, and delete keys I want 0 at 0, at 1 it's 2, and just lock your axis. And I will erode my texture key. And I will just spawn one more particle at 0.1, one more 0.3. Random rotation. If I'll check here, it will look something like this. Now I am ready to shoot my arrow from this texture. I need an arrow mesh. You can make or download. I will just make a simple arrow. While my eye is opening, let's see what we can add in this particle system. We can add some sparks to it. I will add some sparks. Okay, let's just create sparks. Okay, I'll make it GPU and take a cylinder, or not cylinder, take a sphere and show your sphere. I don't want to spread on x-axis, negative x and positive x, and I want only from surface velocity. Delete this velocity, and when I increase this velocity, it will just spread out along my shockwave. I want burst like 1000 particles, and move this one. This will not be loop, and initial size would be like 10 or 5. It will be velocity, and I'll use velocity vector field. Local vector field, I have already lots of. I'll use one. Use increase intensity like 500, and tightness I'll use decrease the size of let's make it 100. And random is velocity, and I'll use drag. Velocity rotation rate on x-axis, and increase the size of this. I'm not getting what I want. Can just, I think this one is okay. 5, 2 and 10 and 6. I will take 1 random, 2 and 1, or 5 and 1, and I'll use size by speed, 22, and random life. Color, on 520, and I'll use size by life, make them 0. I think this looking nice now. Save this. Maya has opened. I just want a simple arrow, so I'll just scale it, and I will scale my edge to make it round. Now I will scale it like this, and select vertex and to face and extrude it. This is my simple arrow. You can make other type of arrow if you want. I think it's nice. Vertex. I think it's good now. You can do something on edge, like can extrude it again. When you have extruded enough, you can just extrude side, one polygon here and just one polygon here. No need to make absolute good arrow, just a nice. So this is my arrow. I will put it here and snap my pivot to grid. Fridge transforms, delete history, SM arrow, go to mesh folder and export selection, SM arrow, close it, import it, don't want material with it. You have your arrow. No need to solve open your UVs. I don't want UVs, so just make a simple M arrow material. Just take LURP. First of all, make it only two-sided LURP. And particle color and freshener. Save it. And create new particle called arrow. Make it mesh data. Use your arrow. Okay, I have two arrows. I don't know what is second one. Okay, I'll just use this one that I created. Override material. I want my material here. Save. Color. And spawn. I want this burst once and no other thing, just rotate it on y-axis 0.25 minus 0.25, don't want velocity, and just shoot it. Velocity, initial velocity, I want to shoot it on X. Some delay in it, 0.2, 0.5, nice. I want it to go rotated on x-axis. Sorry, it's not working. Should rotate on x-axis. Okay, I have rotated to I will rotate it and phase transform, export selection. Where is your arrow? Just re-import your arrow and should be this side. Fridge and export. No, I don't want initial rotation. I want my, now it's good, it's rotating. Okay, I want to hide this sphere and I want trail for this arrow. Just trail, radial gradient, and make it 1. Location, initial location, and I want to follow my trail to arrow. It's following. Arrow has some delay, so trail also be delay. Spawn like 300 and life like 2.5, 0.2, 0.1, and I want some orbit on my trail. Let's bloom some color. And decrease size. I want to emit some streaks with my arrow, rename to streaks. I want to use texture like this one, flash, browse, and this is very simple material. I will just use this flash in it and velocity on x-axis and velocity on location sphere only X positive. Stop it here. Now it's random. Only X axis. And increase size. I don't want sphere actually. I want initial location 20 minus 20, 20 and velocity. Spawn like 5 and increase size, increase velocity, decrease width, and 10 to use color, decrease size, one more thing, delay 0.5 and loop only once. I want to increase size of my arrow block and 60. I think 60 is too big. 40. And then streaks. What else I can add in this? Let me check my textures. What I have. You can just raise your P arrow, press G and just duplicate. And press, and it will look nice. What else I can add? I can add some smoke in it. I will take my sparks, duplicate, rename smoke, delete GPU, delete vector. I have this texture. This is normal cloud pattern from Photoshop. I have already told you about this texture, how I created this in last tutorial. Just check your material, what material I'm using. This is simple material. I will use this in my smoke. It's 4x4 sub-UV, but for random frames. And stop it here. Increase size like 150, and this will be square, and color will be 1. Increase size and random rotation, and rotation rate 0.1 minus 0.1. Spawn rate would be like 100, and I will use size or life, make it bigger for 3, and use dynamic parameter, refresh it, and curve 0 is 1, at 1 is 5, 2. Decrease the alpha, and I'll use drag like 5. Rectangle, decrease color, and increase alpha, and I'll duplicate my sparks once again. I'll make it light, delete GPU because light doesn't work for GPU, and spawn rate like 50. It's not be velocity. I'll just check it. Initial size 20, 10, and just use light. I'll just increase size of my lights and decrease intensity, and life, it's okay. Color, whole thing. I think this is nice. I can link light with my arrow. And increase think it's nice. Let's just scaling randomly. It's a very basic effect. This is, I think you learned something with this. Comment on this video. What do you like? What you learned? And what else you want from me? Thank you. Subscribe, like, share my videos. Bye.